And joins us with more on what's next, Ted.
Well, that second lawsuit would shift some of the scrutiny to Federal Way Public Schools and a coach who a former student says tried to suppress her accusations against a basketball star. Yesterday, Gwen Gaberts, a former Federal Way High School student, filed a lawsuit against Jalen McDaniels, a former Federal Way High School basketball player who now plays for San Diego State University. Gaberts says McDaniels recorded her during an intimate encounter and then shared that video widely with classmates, causing her considerable emotional distress. Tally Thomas, another student with a similar accusation against McDaniels, who was first to come forward, says she plans to file a second lawsuit on Monday. She says the school district and McDaniels' former coach Jerome Collins also need to be held accountable for their actions after McDaniels recorded a video of her engaged in a sexual act and then shared it with others.
The coach kind of convinced me not to go to the police, because if I did go to the police, the boys were going to lose their scholarships, and the boys weren't going to be able to play in the state basketball tournament.
Tyler Firkins, an attorney for Jerome Collins, said in a statement today, quote, "Mr. Collins strongly denies he had a conversation with Thomas directly as she describes. He would never encourage a student not to report allegations of abuse or neglect." Thomas's father was at the time an employee of the Federal Way School District and could have reported to the police but did not. Mr. Collins had no information to indicate that a report to the police was necessary or appropriate. Federal Way Public Schools says it launched an investigation as soon as it was made aware of these allegations in October. They say they do not have a specific timeline for when they'll finish that. So a lot to unpack here as this works its way through the court system.
So prosecutors didn't file charges, Ted, because you said there wasn't enough evidence.
Not enough evidence. So the criminal investigation is over at this point.
Okay, so even the existence of the tape wasn't considered enough evidence.
They say they didn't have enough evidence from the school.